Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I have such a good show for you today. Harry and Meghan are being honored with another award, and it's even more ridiculous than you might already suspect. I want to talk about that and some of the other awards that they've gotten in the past and the ridiculousness tied around some of those. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the thumbs up, leave me comments, as all of those helps YouTube to recommend my videos. But you know what? Since Harry and Meghan can just, get awards, buy awards, whatever you want to call it, so can I. So you know what? Congratulations to me. I am the number one YouTuber of all times. Go me. Yay. If I just say it, it makes it true, right? That seems to be the thinking behind them. So if they just say it, it makes it true. All right. Would you like to hear what the number one YouTuber of all time? What should my award look like for that? Let me know. I think it should be goose shaped. What do you think? That is my award for number one YouTuber of all time. Thank you, Ryan Gosling. Okay. But seriously, though, those two idiots are getting an award and we have to laugh. I mean, talk about this. Here we go. This is courtesy of, why can't I remember the name of this publication? The Hollywood Reporter. Jeez. All right. The Hollywood Reporter. And it says, Prince Harry and Meghan to be honored at Project Healthy Minds World Mental Health Day Festival. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. Those two will be honored as humanitarians at the October 9th gala. And the next day will appear on their foundation will appear as their foundation is co-producing a series of discussions at the fest. Okay. So already there's a vested interest in this thing. Again, appearing as if money's been thrown at this problem. Look at us buying awards, allegedly. I don't know. I just find this so crazy. So we'll get into it. I just wanted to tell you my thoughts real quick before we do, because this mental health thing really bugs me. It does. So they're preaching mental health while fueling their family drama. They're championing this stuff, claiming they want to destigmatize struggles. But again, what are they known for? Their public attacks on the royal family through, all the interview, all the ways that the channels in which they do that. They deepen family rifts. They cause stress and emotional turmoil. I've been over and over how their followers treat people, especially Catherine, Princess of Wales, and just the disgusting lengths at which, they go. And again, I mean, wouldn't that be hurting or devastating to people's mental well-being? And yet these two are getting some sort of award on this? Really? You're gonna have a gala for that? Really? That just seems crazy, if you ask me. I just, they're all about this mental fitness, but airing dirty laundry on, on the family, that's not a therapy session. I don't know what they think it is. I mean, it's the same thing with Harry and this, better up and all that. I'm not into it at all. Would you say that they were healing people or hurting people? Probably that. I mean, are they advocates or are they attention seekers? Come on. I get stuck on this parents network. I really get disgusted by it because I feel like they're using kids as PR moves, and the timing of the awards around their media projects and all that, it feels like it's just a attention grab to stay relevant, to garner sympathy, to get attention. It's not anything to genuinely help other people, in my opinion. It just doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like more bought awards, more bought and paid for, like, whatever, honors. Mental health heroes, it just feels more like they're chasing the headlines. It's where I would like to know where the tangible impact is of what these awards are claiming. Where can I find the statistics on that? When I look at the Prince and Princess of Wales, there's actual numbers behind what they're doing. Off the top of my head, and it's been a little bit since I've looked into it, but Catherine's early childhood program had raised something in the neighborhood of like $10 million. And then Prince William's Earthshot campaign had something like $23 million. So again, show me some tangible numbers before we just start handing out awards. How is this helping people? And also, I always point out the continued hypocrisy with these two. I mean, we're on the heels of having Chrissy Teigen on her show, somebody who has been called out for horrible online activities, things like that. So you want to talk about mental health and awareness and helping people. Would you say that they're helping people? Because I sure wouldn't. So yeah. I mean, and then again, allegations of their behind the scenes behavior. There's just so much to this. And yet we're going to call these two humanitarians? I just don't think so. I I think again, I want to go into some of the other awards that have been controversial, but before I do, let me just go ahead and tell you a little bit more about this award, just so you know what we're dealing with here. So they have, here you go. Project Healthy Mind has found a pair of headliners to honor at its 4th annual World Mental Health Day Festival. The couple and Archwell co-founders will be honored as humanitarians of the year for their global efforts in building a safer, more equitable digital world for families and youth. Again, just the unbelievable hypocrisy that they would honor these two. Are these the only two people in the world that are claiming this? How about people that are actually doing things to make things safer online? I think of the people who look out for kids, people who look out for kids' safety online in terms of like, predators going after them and stuff. And then you have Harry and Meghan. Again, look no further than their followers to be the worst trolls online. And yet we're just going to give out not we. People are just going to give out awards to them. Really? It just doesn't make any sense. Okay, but they're set to accept in person at the org's gala on October 9th. And the next day will appear during the festival as their foundation is partnering with, I clicked the wrong button, Project Healthy Minds to co-produce a series of discussion focused on change makers in the mental health space. Again, what makes either of these two qualified? I just realized I'm smeared. Hold on. What makes either of these two qualified to talk to anybody about mental health? Again, look no further than his own book, Spare, where he claims he could not get his own wife mental health help when she needed it with the royal family. And yet he had his therapist on speed dial. It doesn't sound like they have their stuff together ever to help anybody with mental health, not even themselves. So what universe does this qualify them to host something like this? I can't think of it. Can you? I really can't. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be mental health space, Archwell's Foundation's Lost Screen Memorial. Oh God. It makes me sick. It's where they use those kids, the lost kids, as, I don't know, clickbait. It feels really disgusting and icky, if you ask me. Working with families and young people to prioritize safety online. Okay. What gives them the right to talk to anybody about safety online? I just think that's completely crazy. I can't even read this. I'm just getting mad. But it's coming up on October 9th, and then October 10th is the World Mental Health Day Festival. Their leadership, generosity, and unwavering commitment to advancing mental health awareness. Again, ask them a simple question and say, hey, what's up with your followers in the online mental health awareness? Where's that at? Where's that? When you guys were saying horrible things to Catherine, Princess of Wales, and all the horrible accusations flying there, I don't even want to bring it back up. But like, where's the mental health with that? Crickets, silence. Okay. What gives them the right? That reminds me of The Office. What gives you the right? What gives you the right? No, what gives them the right to talk to anybody about anything, let alone mental health awareness? I would like to hear from the people that have accused them of the horrible workplace stuff. like to hear from them. I'd like to hear them let out of their NDA so they could speak freely about what they're accusing Harry and Meghan of doing before we hear mental health stuff from Harry and Meghan. Wouldn't that be good for their mental health? But nope, they will. Yeah, that won't happen. Okay, so there you go. I can't even with this crap. I can't. But I do want to talk about some of their other awards that they've received in the past and just remind you of some of that ridiculousness there because yeah, why not? Let's see here. Starting with one of the worst, there's so many to choose from. It's hard to pick, but I'd say Pat Tillman Award. We just had that in July of last year. Remember, he received the Pat Tillman Award for service at the 2024 ESPY Awards. I have a picture. It's this one. Who could forget? And there, Pat Tillman Award. So the controversy here, of course, is that Mary Tillman, Pat's mother, the most prominent voice of dissent in this situation, she told I believe it was the Daily Mail in an interview, she expressed her shock and disapproval over this, stating, "I'm shocked as to why they would select such a controversial and divisive individual to receive the award." She argued that Harry's privilege and resources made him unsuitable recipient compared to other individuals working in the veteran community. I couldn't agree with her more. Remember the huge public backlash, and there's a petition where on change.org where I know a lot of us signed it, and yeah, they ignored it. So he still accepted the award. So there's that. Remember that the backlash tied into Harry's strained relationship with the British public and military community, particularly after, Spare and the things he said there and his exit from it all. Critics viewed him as leveraging his royal status for personal gain. And the Pat Tillman Award became a lightning rod for these statements. So there's that. And then, shall we go on to the next pictures? I believe we shall. Let's go to this one. Who could forget? Again, she dressed like a massage table there. She likes to wear white at these bought and paid for awards, allegedly, right? But this was the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Ripple of Hope Award. Does anybody else think that sounds more like an ice cream than an award? Ripple? Fudge Ripple? Okay. Yeah. So those two received this award from the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights organization for their advocacy on racial justice, on mental health and social equity through Archwell Foundation. Absolutely insane. Insane. Why would they be given this award? Because of some unverified claims from the Oprah interview. That's when it happened. The validity of their accusations of the Istwards within the royal family have never been proven. It's just things that they claim. And then a lot of, I would say, nonsense has come out since then. And then Harry himself backtracked and said, "We didn't accuse them of being the Istwards, the media did." Oh my God, he can't even keep his own story straight. It's just publicity seeking, if you ask me. It was just granted to try to, I think back then they still thought that those two could boost visibility on things. So I believe that the RFK Human Rights Organization thought that they could use them to boost their visibility. It ended up being just a gala for these, I don't know, pseudo celebs, whatever. And it's not their contributions, I believe, that drove this decision. They were still kind of click worthy back then, not so much the case now, but I feel like it was tied into that. I would say that the controversy there reflects just the debates about their credibility, about their, again, this was hot on the heels of the Oprah interview and their subsequent media projects. It's polarizing audiences I think they've been, with each interview, they're exposed more and more as opportunists. More holes in their stories have come out, and it's rewarding their narrative over substance, which seems to be a theme with the two of them. So, yeah, that was completely, absolutely appalling, if you ask me. Oops. And then the next one that we had was this. Who could forget this? The Living Legends of Aviation Award. This was January 2024. So Prince Harry was inducted as a living legend of aviation at a Los Angeles ceremony held by the Kitty Hawk Air Academy, recognizing his service as a British Army helicopter pilot during 2 tours in Afghanistan. Okay. And his work with Invictus Games. The award, attended by figures like John Travolta, placed Harry alongside, this is what was really sickening. Think about it. They had people like Buzz Aldrin there. They had Harry there. So the big controversy here, remember, is that British ex-military figures, including retired Colonel Richard Kemp, criticized the award, arguing that Harry's aviation record, while he's claiming it was commendable, I don't even know if it's that, but whatever, commendable, was not exceptional compared to other pilots who served longer or in more dangerous roles. Kemp, quoted in The Sun, called the award celebrity-driven choice. There you go, rather than one based on aviation merit. That seems to be an ongoing theme with these two. Again, going back to allegations of bought and paid for awards. I don't believe it's the case so much anymore, but I do believe that there was a time where people thought that their names would bring awareness to an award, or to, like an organization. So it would benefit them to give Harry and Meghan this award. I feel like they've fallen so far from them. That's not the case anymore. And I do wonder about the accusations about, bought and paid for stuff. It seems like that to me. I can't remember for the life of me which book it was in, because I've read so many now on them, but there have been allegations in at least one of the books I've read on them that kind of put together, I believe it was the NAACP award. They're like, we can't officially say that was bought and paid for, but coincidentally, they happened to make a very large donation. And then coincidentally, I believe, and I might have the reward wrong, but I think it was that one. Coincidentally, right after said donation, they happened to get an award from them. Again, pay to play situation, it sounds like to me. God, that smarmy smirk, whatever the word is on Harry's face. Ugh. He really is the worst. Yeah, that NAACP award was 2022. And I cannot remember which book it was in. Again, I think Revenge came out before that. So it would have been maybe Courtiers. I don't know. One of the books I read talked about that, again, they believe in that one. Maybe a large donation or something was given because they received an award for promoting social justice and equality through their R12 Foundation, including advocacy for racial equality and support for various causes. Again, I would like to know details, tangible details on that, because how? It's even been pointed out that most of the staff on R12 are white men. So again, she can beat the feminism drum or the racial equality drum, but they don't seem to. It's another case of not practicing what they preach. And remember too, Meghan she's gotten some ridiculous awards. The one that comes to mind is the Gracie Award. Do you remember that? She got a Gracie Award. She was recognized by Alliance for Women in Media Foundation for her work on archetypes. She thanked the organization for the award. Now, the interesting thing here is she was set to receive it, but if you recall, a little thing happened right before that, and it was this. Hold on. It was this, the near catastrophic car chase. Okay. So they received such backlash after this. It is my opinion. I don't have proof. It is my opinion that I don't know if she's capable of humiliation, but there's so much backlash that she pulled out of it. She didn't show. She didn't go to get the award. So that was because I think it was the following week, and it was still, this was just like crazy pants. What happened here? So, yeah, she didn't go to that award. I think that'd be the only way she'd miss an award is backlash like this. Remember, near catastrophic car chase. It was so fast and so bad that photographers could literally stand outside the car and take pictures. And also remember, they got out of the blacked out SUVs and got into the yellow cab. Sure. Ridiculous, as per usual. Anyway, yeah, let me know your thoughts on this one. Shall we take bets? What's Meghan going to wear? Is it more beige? She seems to be in her white era now where she's wearing a lot of white clothing. And it would be funny because I noticed a lot of these allegedly bought and paid for awards, or nonsense awards, if you will. She's wearing white. So we'll see if she keeps up that trend. But let me know in the comments below. Below, will she change it up? We'll see. Let me know. Which rental car company will she dress like for this one? Let me know. Guys, that's going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts on all of this. What ridiculous shenanigans will they pull? How will they make it about themselves? Let me know. Will you be watching? Don't watch. I'll cover it. Don't worry about it. Shall we make a bingo card? Let me know. For the speech or for what she'll wear or all the above, let me know. I'm always up for that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts, and I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. If you want to further support this show, you know there's several ways to do it. Of course, check out the merch. Everything's fine, and so much more. I've got the Beetlejuice stuff as we come up on Halloween and Team Catherine. And then check out Patreon, patreon.com/real housewives recaps. That's where I keep my bonus episodes, lots of deep dives. A lot of creators just do 1 per week. I do 3 per week. So lots of bonus content over there. So it's as little as $5 and you get access to all my old episodes. So binge it. I get it. Have fun with it and enjoy it. Because I do all kinds of Harry and Meghan, but also not Harry and Meghan stuff. I've gone through the whole series of Sex and the City. I do all kinds of stuff for there. So check that out if you're the least bit interested. And if you want to see your names at the end here, you can do that over there. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I truly hope you all have the best day. And I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Take care. Oh, will she wear yellow? Because she's now all of a sudden wearing a lot of yellow. That big, dumb yellow dress. The big, dumb sleeves. Oh, let me know. It'll be a train wreck. Whatever. It won't fit right. Whatever it is, it'll be wrinkled. And it will be, say it with me, 3, 2, 1, messy. Oh, I missed that. And I've had so many comments saying you've been enjoying the shorts where I've been bringing back messy. Oh, gosh, that's fun. All right. Will they play Look at Me? That was one of my favorite parts is coming on camera, is being able to say stuff like that on camera. All right. I'm leaving this here. Have that best day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Messy. Look at me. Oh man, wrinkled. I've just went through this spell where I kept saying all this stuff. If you're new here, I did all these videos before I started coming on camera, and I had so much fun doing them, but I kept thinking people are going to think I'm nuts. Like I would pause and ask myself, is this too crazy? I even did one, I gotta pee, because a lot of her poses for a while were like standing up and like crossing her legs and stuff. And you just wonder, like, what's going on with that? What look is she trying to achieve? It doesn't make you look super confident. It doesn't give the supermodel look that she thinks it's giving. It's just like, I gotta pee. It's like a kid that has to pee. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. Let me know your thoughts. Let's see. What question should we do today? It's Friday. TGIF. I think it's Friday, meaning I'm recording this to go up on Friday unless something else pops up. Let me know what you're going to be up to this weekend. Anything fun planned? Let me know in the comments below. Anything coming up? Let me know. All right. I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have the best day. Oh, I didn't even talk about this. Rubber Ducky. Hello. I love that song. One of my friends was singing it. Shall we sing it on the way out? I think so too. This is for you. Rubber Ducky, you're the one. Quack, quack. You make bath time so much fun. Quack, quack. I can't sing to save my life. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Am I Ernie? I'm going to be Ernie. I mean, if I'm doing Rubber Ducky anyway, then why stop there? Ready? I can do more. Near. Far. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, I gotta let this go. Near. Those clicks I do are Grover. Was it Grover? I think it was Grover. That was running. Far. Rubber ducky, you're the one. Quack, quack. All right, I'm leaving this here. Bye. Stop. I hear you laughing at me. Oh gosh.